Hey guys, this is Elizabeth, the Minister of Beauty, and I share the Bible that is business, inspiration, beauty, life, and enjoyment. So I thought about doing this video because I had a conversation with a client recently, and we were on a discussion of just starting over, and she was a nurse, and she had been a nurse for 20 years, and during the pandemic, she saw a lot, definitely experienced a lot, and that's when she decided to retire from the nursing industry, and she was deciding if she should do something else. And I shared the story with her about how long I have been operating in my current business, one of my current businesses, and when I started, and she was just really fascinated by that. I really didn't think it was that big of a deal, so I thought, well, maybe I'll talk about it here with you all on the platform. Well, guys, if you don't know about me, I am a licensed esthetician. I am a skincare line creator. I created a skincare line in 2017. I started my brick and mortar beauty business in 2008. And I'm also a licensed massage therapist. I'm not anymore. I was in the legal field for 12 years prior to transitioning to the field of wellness and beauty. And when I did that, to be honest, at the time, I felt old. I really wasn't that old, but when I started my business 14 years ago, I was 30 years old. Now, for some people, you're like, that ain't old, whatever. But honestly, for a lot of people, they feel like that is. And I'm here to say that it's not too late for you to start. If I didn't start then, I could have started 10 years later, and it still wouldn't have been too late for me to start, because that would have been when I had the epiphany to press play and proceed. So I didn't think of myself being too old or the oldest, even when I was in school for aesthetics. When I was in school for aesthetics, I was the oldest one in the class of ladies that I was in school with. And there was even this chick that tried to crack on my age at the time, and it's like, first of all, chick, I look younger than you, so don't even go there. And it was the truth. I might be the oldest in age, but I don't look the oldest. And even if I did look the oldest, I made the decision to move forward in spite of the statistics or any scenarios that I would have come up with, or anyone else. I made the decision to do that because I didn't feel that it was too late to start. Now, there were times, I'm not going to lie, there were times where I may have felt for a moment a little bit of envy based on another young lady that may have been in the program that was much younger than I was, because it's like, damn, I wish I knew back then that this was the route that I wanted to take. But I didn't know. One, I didn't know about it, let alone I didn't know that this would be something that I wanted to really do myself. I always had an interest in skincare, but even when I was in school for aesthetics, there were people that were like, what's an esthetician? They didn't even know what it was. So I didn't feel that bad, but it was a blessing. So I would say I may have felt a little envious at one point, but I would say, you know what? It's a blessing that you know that this is what you want to do. I don't do makeup. I'm not into makeup, but as a licensed esthetician, it's one of the specialties that I could operate in. And they're young ladies that they were from a little girl doing makeup, and they knew that they wanted to be in aesthetics when they were very, very young. That is a blessing, to be able to know that that's what you want to do, and you stick with that, and you move forward in that, and you excel in it, you exceed your expectations, and you grow, and you become even more specialized, and all of those different things. That really is a blessing, but that just was not my lot in life. I was a teen mom. I wasn't focusing on those different things like that. But having my son younger, honestly, for me, it was a bit of a blessing, because it made me realize that I wanted to create a different statistic, and I wanted to do something different. And I wasn't going to sit around having a bunch of kids and just being a baby mama. Like I was not the traditionalist, and my husband and I, we were not married at the time. I mean, we were in high school, but we made the decision to continue to grow, become adults, be responsible. We didn't just get married because I was pregnant. Our son was 4 years old when we decided to get married, and I didn't beg and plead with him for him to marry me. He asked me to marry him, and I decided to do so. And we've been married for 24 years. So it's never too late for you to start. It really is a decision that you just have to make, that this is what I want to do, and not consider your age, not consider the year that it is, not consider all of those different things that would come up that would be the catalyst to cause you to not proceed and move forward. So the question, is it too late to start? It absolutely is not. And you never know unless you do begin. You have to start somewhere. So I'm really, really grateful that I can say 14 years ago, I decided that, yeah, I'm going to do this.